God says, I have been closer to you than your own breath, even in the moments you felt most alone. You thought no one noticed the quiet battles you fought, but I saw every tear, every silent prayer, and every moment you held yourself together when you were falling apart inside. I have been guiding you through storms you didn't think you could survive, strengthening you in ways you still don't fully see. Nothing in your life has been wasted. Even the painful chapters are part of the story I am writing within you. Trust that what comes next will make sense of everything that hurt. God says, you are entering a season where the weight you've been carrying will begin to lift. For too long, you have been carrying burdens that were never meant to be yours. You try to solve problems alone because you didn't want to burden anyone else, but you forgot that I asked you to give your cares to me. Release what is draining you. Let me lighten your load so you can breathe again. I am restoring your peace, piece by piece, day by day. God says, what you lost is not the end of your story. I am preparing something greater in its place. I know the disappointment that has been living in your heart. I know the dreams that slipped through your fingers and the doors that closed before you even reached them. But I also know the future I am shaping for you, one that is more beautiful than what you imagined. Do not cling to what fell apart. I am rebuilding your life with foundations that cannot be shaken. Trust me with the pieces. I will make something new. God says, I am healing the parts of you that you don't talk about. The wounds that are hidden from others are fully visible to me. I see the fears you never speak aloud, the insecurities that echo in your mind, and the emotional scars that still hurt even after all this time. Healing is coming, not the quick kind that fades, but the deep kind that transforms. I am reaching into the places you've buried, bringing restoration to the areas you thought were damaged beyond repair. God says, your prayers have not been ignored. They have been gathered. Every whisper, every plea, every desperate cry. I heard them all. Not a single prayer fell to the ground. Some answers took time because I was preparing you to receive them. Some answers were delayed because the wrong doors had to close first. Be patient. What you prayed for is moving toward you in ways that will make your heart understand why the wait was necessary. God says, I am giving you strength that will surprise even you. You've reached a point where you felt you had nothing left to offer. No energy, no motivation, no hope. But this is where my power becomes your strength. You will rise again, not because everything becomes easy, but because I am renewing your spirit. You will stand stronger, speak clearer, and walk bolder than you have in a long time. Your strength will not come from trying harder. It will come from trusting me more. God says, there's a breakthrough coming that will change the atmosphere around your life. You have been fighting the same battles for months, maybe years. You've grown weary of waiting for a shift, but the breakthrough is closer than you realize. The things that used to overwhelm you will lose their power. The habits that held you back will fall off. The doors that stayed shut will open suddenly. What I have planned for you will arrive at the exact moment you need it most. God says, I am removing the people who are draining your spirit and replacing them with people who will uplift you. Not everyone who walked with you was meant to stay. Some connections were seasonal, and some were sent only to teach you lessons. Letting go may hurt, but it is necessary for your growth. I am preparing relationships that are healthy, supportive, and aligned with your purpose. You deserve people who speak life into you, not those who pull you backward. God says, your identity is not defined by your mistakes, your past, or the opinions of others. I see who you truly are, your heart, your intentions, your potential. The world may try to label you by your failures or your flaws, but I call you chosen, loved, and capable. Stop believing the lies that say you are not enough. You are becoming everything I designed you to be, and nothing can take that away. God says, something unexpected is about to shift in your favor. You may feel like nothing is changing, but behind the scenes, everything is moving. The blessing I am preparing will arrive quietly, but transform your life loudly. Stay expectant. Stay faithful. What is coming will remind you that I never forgot you. Not even for a moment. God says, I am restoring the pieces of you that life tried to break. You have been through seasons that left cracks in your spirit, but none of those cracks disqualified you. Instead, they made room for my light to enter. The pressure you felt was not meant to crush you. It was meant to shape you into someone stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. Do not worry about the parts of you that feel fragile. I am reinforcing them with grace. You will rise from this season with a resilience you never knew you had. God says, I am about to give you peace in an area of your life that has been chaotic for too long. You've tried everything you could to fix it on your own. You've worried, planned, overthought, and exhausted yourself trying to hold things together. Now it's time for you to step back and let me work. What you cannot control, I can transform. What you cannot calm, I can silence. Trust that my peace will enter the very place that has been stealing your joy. God says, every setback you faced was a setup for something greater. You thought the detours meant the dream was dying, or the promise was fading away. But every closed door redirected you to something better. Every disappointment was protection. Every delay was preparation. You will soon understand why things had to happen the way they did. What felt like loss was actually me positioning you for a bigger destiny. God says, your heart is safe with me. I know why you built walls. I know why you stopped trusting. I know why you moved carefully, even around good people. You were hurt by those who should have protected you, loved by those who didn't know how to treat your heart. But I am not like them. When I heal, it lasts. When I love, it is unconditional. Allow me to soften what is hardened and bring warmth back to the places that grew cold. God says, I am sending opportunities that match the greatness inside you. You've been overlooked by people who couldn't see your potential. You've been underestimated by those who only knew a small part of your story. But I see everything you carry. Your strength, your faith, your endurance. The doors I open for you will not require you to beg, force, or prove yourself. They will open because you are prepared and chosen for them. God says, you are not behind. You are right on time. The world may try to convince you that you're late or lacking, but your timeline is different because your purpose is different. I have been aligning situations, people, and moments to work in your favor. You will not miss what was meant for you. What is yours is guided by my hand, and it will arrive at the perfect moment. God says, I am reviving your passion and rebuilding your confidence. You lost some of your spark along the way, not because you were weak, but because life demanded more from you than you had to give. You have been running on empty, pretending to be strong while quietly fading inside. But I am breathing life back into your spirit. Ideas will flow again. Creativity will return. Hope will rise. You are stepping into a season where you feel like yourself again, only stronger. God says, the battle you are facing is not a sign of your failure. It is a sign of your breakthrough. The darkness feels heavier right before the light breaks through. The enemy fights hardest when he knows your blessing is near. The pressure intensifies when something great is on the horizon. Do not give up now. You are closer than you think. Hold on a little longer. Victory is forming in the unseen. God says, I am bringing justice to situations where you were treated unfairly. There were moments when you were misunderstood, disrespected, or taken advantage of. You stayed silent not because you were weak, but because you were protecting your peace. Now I will speak on your behalf. I will expose what needs to come to light and honor what needs to be acknowledged. I am a God of justice, and nothing done against you will go unanswered. God says, your next blessing will not come from a place you expected. It will come from a place you didn't even consider. What you thought was the only path was only one option. I have multiple ways to bless you, multiple ways to elevate you, multiple ways to send provision. Stay open. Your blessing is not limited. I am creative in how I work, and what's coming next will surprise you with its perfect timing. God says, I have watched every step you've taken, even the ones you believed no one noticed, and I want you to know that nothing you've walked through has been wasted. You have endured storms that were meant to break you, yet here you are, still moving, still trying, still searching for the light. I see the quiet battles you never speak about, the pressure you hide behind your smile, and the weight you carry when the world believes you are strong. I know how many days you have held yourself together while your heart felt like it was falling apart. How many nights you cried silently because you didn't want anyone else to worry. How many times you questioned your own worth because of the pain someone else caused you. But hear me clearly. I have never abandoned you. I have been working behind the scenes in ways your eyes cannot yet perceive. The delays you fear are not denials. They are protections. The things that fell apart were not punishments. They were redirections. You have prayed for strength, and I have been building it within you through every challenge. You have prayed for guidance, and I have been aligning every detail of your path even when it seemed like nothing was moving. You have prayed for peace, and I am preparing to place it in the very area that has caused you the most anxiety. You are not forgotten, and you are not overlooked. You are being shaped, refined, and elevated. The pain you feel is not the end of your story. It's the pressure before the breakthrough, the darkness before the dawn, the silence before the miracle. Stay patient with yourself as I rebuild what was broken. Stay open to me as I close doors that were never meant for you and open the ones that are aligned with your purpose. What is coming will make sense of everything that didn't. I am strengthening your heart, renewing your spirit, and surrounding your life with favor. You will rise from this season not as the same person who entered it, but as someone wiser, stronger, and ready for the blessings that have been waiting for you. Trust my timing, trust my process, and trust that I am leading you into a chapter filled with clarity, restoration, and peace you have never experienced before. God says, I know you've been carrying more than you were ever meant to hold, and I have seen the quiet exhaustion in your soul, the kind that doesn't show on your face, but lives deep inside your heart. You've been trying to stay strong for everyone else, trying to keep moving even when your spirit feels heavy, and you've been fighting battles that no one knows about. I see the moments when you doubt yourself, when you replay the past wondering if you did something wrong, when you feel like you're falling behind or failing in ways you can't even explain. But listen to me. You have not failed. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are in a season that is stretching you because I am preparing you for something greater than you have ever imagined. Every challenge you've faced has been shaping you, teaching you, strengthening you, positioning you. You think you're breaking, but you are actually becoming. You think you're losing, but you are actually being redirected away from what would have harmed you. You think you're stuck, but I am setting the stage for a breakthrough that will arrive suddenly, beautifully, and unmistakably. I am healing the parts of you that no one knows are hurting. I am restoring the pieces of you that life tried to take. I am rewriting the chapters you thought were ruined. You don't need to understand everything right now. Just trust that I am working in every detail, every delay, every disappointment. What left your life was not meant to stay. What hurt you will not define you. What confused you will soon make sense. I am lifting the heaviness from your heart, renewing your strength, and preparing a season of peace, favor, and clarity that will feel like a deep breath for your soul. Hold on, because what's ahead of you is far greater than what's behind you. You are walking into a future filled with restoration, purpose, and blessings that have been waiting for the perfect moment to enter your life. God says, I know how many times you have tried to be strong while feeling completely overwhelmed on the inside. You've been doing your best to hold everything together. Your emotions, your responsibilities, your relationships, your faith, even when it feels like life keeps adding weight to your shoulders. I've watched you push through days when your heart felt tired, when your mind felt tangled with worries, and when you questioned whether you were truly making progress or just surviving. I want you to know that I have been closer to you in those moments than you realize. Every tear you cried in silence reached me. Every prayer you whispered under your breath was heard. Every moment you felt forgotten, I was carrying you. You haven't been walking through this season alone, even though it has felt lonely at times. I have been guiding you away from things that were never meant for your future and toward blessings that require patience, preparation, and trust. I am not delaying your life. I am perfecting your path. What feels like waiting is actually me arranging the right people, the right timing, and the right opportunities to align with the destiny I placed within you. The heaviness you feel is not a sign that you are failing. It is a sign that you are transitioning into a new chapter. You are shedding old fears, old patterns, old attachments, and old wounds. You are growing into someone stronger, wiser, and more spiritually grounded. Do not give up on yourself. Do not give up on the vision I placed in your heart. What I have planned for you will not pass you by. I am lifting you through this valley and leading you toward a season filled with peace, clarity, and doors that open effortlessly because they were designed for you. Trust me, your breakthrough is already in motion. God says, I know that lately you've been feeling stretched in every direction, as if life has been demanding more from you than you feel capable of giving. You've questioned your own strength, your purpose, and even your worth because the challenges have been relentless. But I want you to understand something. These challenges are not here to crush you. They are here to awaken a deeper strength inside you that you haven't discovered yet. I am shaping you through every trial, refining you through every struggle, and guiding you through every uncertainty. I see the moments when you feel invisible, when you wonder if anyone truly understands the weight you carry, when you breathe through ache because you don't want others to see your pain. I see it all, and I am walking with you in every step. I am not disappointed in your tears. I am not surprised by your fears. I am not angry at your moments of doubt. I know your heart, and I know how deeply you wanted to write, to be better, to grow, to heal, to rise. That desire alone is proof that you are still aligned with me, even when you feel lost. Do not worry about how things will unfold. I am already preparing the outcome. I am placing the right people in your path, removing what is draining your spirit, healing wounds you forgot you had, and opening doors that will bring peace instead of stress. You are stepping into a season where what once hurt will no longer have power over you, where what once confused you will finally make sense, and where what once felt impossible will unfold effortlessly. Trust me,